Today is day 21 of mono-eating bananas. I missed the video on day 20. I was just so tired from my son Indigo teething. He was teething that night. His molars are coming through, which seemed to be very painful for him. And you know, we've got a tearless teething necklace. We give him chamomile tea and homeopathic stuff, things like that. But anyway, so the last 2 nights he's been awake pretty much all night, teething, and I've been up with him all night, 2 nights in a row. And last night I just sat down to make my video. So I'm too tired to stand up, I'll sit down and make it. So I sat down, pulled out the camera, and thought, what will I make a video about? And 2 hours later I woke up. I just fell asleep like that. Woke up 2 hours later, still sitting there. But that time I was too tired to make a video. I was really groggy, so I just crawled into bed. And then I had another sleepless night of teething, yeah. So yeah, that's the joys of having a little toddler. Yeah, so day 21 today. Pretty awesome, huh? We had a big storm here. Waves are still rolling in. You know, the beach is a little different to how it usually looks. Some shop fronts are blowing in. You need a good storm sometimes, you know. Yeah, so feeling pretty awesome, day 21. My main challenges at the minute is getting ripe bananas. You know, that's one of the important things. If you're going to do something like this, is you need ripe bananas, you need plenty of them. And I just miscalculated how many bananas I had and how many I was eating. Some days I've been up to eating about 40 a day, some days, and so, or more. And so my bananas stash went out pretty quick, and then I was left with unripe bananas. And because of the time of year, usually the bananas would be ripe after a couple of days, but they're taking like 4 or 5 days to ripen now because it's much colder. So that's why I miscalculated, because they're not ripening as quick. So today I only had a couple of ripe bananas, so my backup is dates. So I've just thrown a load of dates in today with my bananas, and just to make sure I'm getting enough calories in. And you know, the dates are good. You can always get dates, right? It doesn't matter if they're ripe or not because they're dried dates. Obviously not ideal, but I don't really like eating dried fruit personally. It kind of plays havoc with my teeth as well. So I prefer the bananas, but dates is a pretty good backup. Good energy. Just throw them in the blender with a couple of bananas, and really good. Yeah, so interesting. Talking about my son Indigo teething, you know, we don't give him painkillers, we don't give him Calpol or any sort of medication like that. No sedatives or anything, because you know, we just do everything natural up to a point, right? You know, and the thing is you got to go through stuff in life. You got to go through some pain, and you got to learn about it. You got to learn about it young. A friend of mine was just saying to me yesterday about how one of her friends, anytime her child has a sniffle, anytime he's in pain, anytime he's teething, she's always just throwing the painkillers into him, anti-inflammatories, whatever it is. And that way, she says, it works so well. It just stops the teething, it stops him crying, it stops him being in pain. And while you could look at it like that, the way I see it is, you know, in life, life isn't about not going through pain. Life is about going through pain at times and being able to grow from it, being able to build up your pain threshold. You know, doing like a challenge like this, doing 30 bananas, 30 days of eating bananas, that increases your threshold of how much you can take. You know, increases your discipline, your ability to take on more stress. So you're not sedating yourself with food, because that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people go through life sedating themselves with food. You know, when something gets stressful, when something gets painful, when some thought comes up or emotion comes up from the past, they sedate themselves with food, right? And then the whole vicious cycle just continues. So I just see it the same as with my son. Even though, like, you know, there's times when you can see he's in a lot of pain. He's got these like teeth coming through his gums. Of course that's painful, but he's got to experience that, you know, because that's part of life. Part of life is pain, right? And you got to be able to experience the pain and to grow from it and to increase your pain threshold, because the pain that he may get, well, you know, we're all going to get bigger pains in life. You know, there's times in my life when I had so much pain, I wish I had some molars pushing through my gums instead of that, right? So even as a child, we have to build up our pain threshold. We have to go through those things. So when I see him going through that, I think, well, it's okay, you know, it's okay. We comfort him the best we can. We hold him, we chant with him, we give him the most love and comfort we can. We have him the tearless teething necklace, give him some chamomile. We do the best we can, but we're not going to sedate him, you know. Life isn't about sedating yourself through the pain. And that's what a lot of people do in life. They're sedating themselves with medication, with food, with drink, with drugs, with, you know, smoke, with not mind-numbing TV. They're sedating themselves so they don't have to face some of the stuff, some of the pains in life that are there for our growth. That's what they're there for. And the same as teething. It's just part of the process of growing up, right? You know? And going through adulthood, part of the process is having pains and dealing with them, not sedating ourselves. So, you know, let go of the sedatives, whatever it is. Sedative could be TV, the sedative could be alcohol, could be smoking something, taking a drug, taking a medication, taking an anti-inflammatory, whatever. And I'm not saying you should never do any of those things. I'm saying that 99% of the time, it's not a good idea. Okay, so that's it for day 21. Today is the first day of the 1,000-day challenge. I just decided today, I said, okay, that's it. Don't put it off any longer. Start today. Don't procrastinate. Today is the first day of the 1,000-day challenge. I'll be talking about that more in future vids like I did in the last vid. 1,000-day challenge. Are you up for it? You know, I'd like some comrades on my 1,000-day challenge to take it up as well. And let's make it a big thing, you know, because what can you achieve in 1,000 days? How can you grow? How can you shift your life onto a high level of being in 1,000 days? You know, a 100-day challenge, that's kindergarten. It's time for a 1,000-day challenge. See you next time.